Bees, 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 bees.
You're the best. Alright, we are on to Miss Lee. My camera saying it's overheating. We are in the sun. Miss Lee should be relatively easy. I'm going to close this down just a little bit more. We were at 1.5 inches. I think I'm going to go with something a bit smaller. Maybe like a 1/2 inch. And I might do the same thing for for Renee too. Yeah. Alright, we're going to close all the ladies down to about a 1/2 inch. Whoa, orientation flights. Sorry, ma'ams. Excuse moi. Okay. Miss Lee should be relatively easy. Gosh, I haven't been in these hives in so long. I don't know. I don't even remember, like, really how many frames she had. I have it written down in my books, but kind of don't remember how far I need to go. Okay, we have ladies over here. Woo, lots of ladies. Hot. Their frames are like right here. They're about right here. It's been quite a bit that they have thoroughly propolized this seam between the follower board and this cover board. And I'm really gonna have to jack this thing in there to get it to break it. Because they've done a great job on that one. Wonderful, honestly. Still feeling kind of optimistic about the whole small hive beetle thing, like being able to capture him. Ah, he's on the outside. She's on the outside? Dang it. Well, if you're not gonna go in my jar, you're gonna go in the oils. Oil trays, you go. I don't think I'll be able to catch any, but oh my gosh, look at this. It's a leftover Varoxan strip. That is so funny. It's a leftover Varoxan strip. If I remember correctly, I'll have to look. I think Miss Lee also had a lot of powder, Varoxan powder. Alright, where are we looking like at food? Check to make sure they have all their frames filled out. Curious to see if they rebuilt any of those Varoxan dips that they made in their comb. These are dry. These are dry. They're eating these. Yep, this is another. Looks like I'll be feeding Miss Lee too. These are dry. Maybe time to start feeding early. I mean, I was going to start feeding in October anyways, but dry. Wow, this is so light. Woo! Nothing built on this side. Nothing built on this side. This side is pretty decently built out, but it's dry. Totally dry. Now, do I let them keep this in hopes that they start building? Because they're going to need, if I start feeding them, they're going to need some place to store that food. This one is questionable. I might take this one. Because I don't want that. I don't want that. And there's just nothing in here. I think I'm going to take this one. They can fill out that one. Feeling we're going to find some interesting things in these colonies today. Alright, we're still on Miss Lee, but my camera overheated and then turned off. So I had to cover them up just a little bit. I I moved the camera to a different angle so that it would be more so in the shade. But hey, now you can see what I'm seeing on this side. This one is also not built up. It's totally empty. There's just nothing in this. So this is another one I'm taking. So we've taken 2 frames now from Miss Lee. This is another food frame, and all of the open cells are empty. No food. This one has a crap ton of pollen in it. Whoa! That's a lot of bee food. A lot of baby food. So I mean the next frame over is a brood frame. That's usually when you'll see that. They put the pantry right next to the nursery. So they can keep this, and if I start feeding them, and I will be, they've got 2 frames at least that are empty, that have empty cells that they can build out. So we got a brood frame, we got some cross framing, cross combing up here that I broke. So they're eating on that. I checked Sharon like, I don't know, a little over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever the last time I went in to go check Renee, and she had a good amount of spotter and lanternfly food. So maybe these ladies are just eating it. Yeah, and so wherever the honey is capped, that's there, but wherever the honey, like all these open cells at the bottom, there's no eggs, and it's bare. Like they ate all the food, all the nectar surrounding the babies. So they need food. We will start feeding them. They have lots of pollen. Goodness. Ton of pollen. Alright, next frame over is brood. Brood and more pollen. I see ladies with their pollen pants, their little pollen baskets on. So that's good. We've definitely hit where the populace is. Oh, yo, I got a hole in my glove. Oh, no! That's not good. And let me go find some gloves. Do I have my old gloves in my cart? Let me see if I have my old gloves in here. I do. I already kind of knew I was going to have to buy new gloves here shortly. I'm going to Nobby, and gloves was actually on my to-do list of getting. They're so much more bigger than the other ones. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Let's see, we've got some empty cells in the middle. Let me see if I can catch the light and see if there's eggs in there. I see, yep, eggs. Eggs and larvae of different stages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 frames in here. Unless I take out any more half built out frames. Which I don't think that I will, because it looks like they might have put brood, and I don't want to take any brood. This is a brood frame. Lots of pollen. Good food in it. This is another brood frame. It's white, so it's a little hard to see, but there are eggs and varying stages of larvae throughout. So that's wonderful. I don't know how many frames of brood that is so far, but there's another one right next door, and it's a gorgeous sheet. Just beautiful. Gorgeous sheet next door. See, they do cross-combing at the top, so I can't quite see whether they've built out the frame or just cross-combed it at the top. I hate messing with their house this much, though. I don't like it. Yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. That's a beautiful frame right there. Haven't seen the queen, but I know she's around here somewhere because I've seen eggs. That's a beautiful brood frame. Alright, next door, there's my queen. There she is. She's a big lady. Kind of hard to miss her. Alright, so she's on this one. I don't really want to mess with this one. If she's on this one, it's probably because it's a brood frame that she's laying up. Alright, let me just see. She's there. Yep, and she's laying it up. This side is the same. It's got a little bit more food on it. Some of them seem polished cells or like they're empty. And then put her back in. She's in the middle of the frame. Love to see that. And so far, all of the frames that I've seen, they have built out where the Varoxan strip was. Now this one I can tell that there was a Varoxan strip next to it at some point because you can still see the divot in the frame, in the two sides. So you know that there was a strip, but the rest of them were all filled out, which means yes, they actually do build back their comb after having a Varoxan strip against it. This is totally empty. I'm gonna start feeding them, so I'm gonna let them keep this. And I need to clean out their oil trays. Just this one, just this far one. So I'm gonna let them keep this. I'm gonna let them fill this out. If I don't see any food being kept in this one at the next inspection, or they haven't filled it out, or they're not doing anything with it, I will be taking this one out. It's on the far end, Kelly, don't forget. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 frames. Only 9 inside of Miss Lee. I'm gonna give them a chance to sort of make their way down. 9 frames is not that many. But I don't think she had that many to begin with last year when she went through winter. I have to look. How many frames did she go through last year with winter? I don't think it's that many. Alright, but these ladies look really healthy. Love that. They are a small little colony of ladies. We're all done with Miss Lee. Yep, looks like we're gonna have to feed Miss Lee. She ain't got no food. She poor. She got no food. You're gonna have to move, lady. I'm closing the top up. I'm sorry that you guys all got stuck up there. Not fun, I know. Go through the front door. I did, by the way, go through all of these hives, and I cleaned the outside. I started over there and ended with her because she had so much poop. Renee had so much poop on the outside of her colony, so that's cleaned. All right, now we are on to Sharon.